fantastic, Josh. Bella is part of Australia's World Champion Women's Sevens team. Recently crowned as such in Madrid. Great performance. Bella's had a super year right from the start, from Dubai, Cape Town, when Australia won those tournaments, all the way through to that highlight in Madrid. But there's something big on the horizon called the Olympics next month. The team hasn't been selected yet, but Bella is in the final selection mix with the other girls to get that lifetime experience at the Olympics. So, close rugby family. Father Brendan played for the Wallabies, so really good rugby DNA through the family. So what we'll do is we'll have Josh to answer a few questions. Start with Bella separately as well, and then we'll get them in together so you can have a bit of a chat that way. So, Josh.
Fire away, Teddy. Show us your skills.
Oh, all right.
Come on, mate. And just look back down towards the cameras rather than to the side.
To your extension, mate.
But me look at the camera.
Just look straight down.
Don't look at the camera.
Look at you, mate. Oh, shit.
2 more years, how good's that?
Yeah, mate, awesome. Obviously signed on for another couple in my home state. No other place I'd rather be. I've been here since, came through the pathways, 16s, 18s, 20s, and then lucky to sign on a few years ago. So, yeah, no place I'd rather be, and yeah, super stoked.
Great vibe with the club too, and much like coming in here.
Yeah, mate, it's been a refreshing change this year with our new coaching staff. Obviously had Thorny for the last few years. He's been awesome for my development, and then Kissy and the rest of the staff have come in, and they've just taken all the boys to a different level of detail around our game, and I think that was reflective in our performances this year. Obviously, lost against the Chiefs in a tough one in the quarterfinal, but the boys are pretty optimistic leading into the back half of the year.
Does it feel like it really has, I guess, momentum has really developed here, and that it was never going to be a first year success for this club, but more of a progression towards where you guys want to get to?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we all hold each other to a pretty high standard. This year we wanted to go as far as we can, and I mean, that's only being happy with winning a grand final for us. So, I think we've taken a massive step forward. We still have a few games leading into the back half of this year. We got Tonga, Wales, go over to Japan, and then we got a Europe trip. So plenty of footy to be played before next season. So I think it'll be another step in our development.
And a Wallaby train-on squad call-up as well. I mean, how do you take that news and to know, I guess you're on the periphery there? What did that mean to you?
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's awesome. Childhood dream to represent my country. I mean, this is just a chance to put my best foot forward and into getting selected. I mean, whether that happens or not is ultimately up to the coaches, obviously. But all I can do is just keep training hard and see how we go.
You can often hear Laurie before you see him. Have you trained with him before?
No, never trained with him. I actually just met him for the first time yesterday. He's a good red heavies man, so that's my club in Brizzy. So it's good to have another heavier part of in the BMS. So he's been awesome these past couple of days training. His attention to detail and all little sort of tips and tricks that he's sort of implemented over his extensive coaching career sort of rubs off on us pretty well.
And attention to detail is something that Zane's probably brought Chock alphas a lot in the forward pack. A lot of the forwards have spoken about that this year. How's that been for your development, along with someone like Faz heading up in the hooker role? Yeah,
mate. Chock's been awesome. You probably won't come into this centre without him being here. He's here from 4 a.m. in the morning and he's last out. So his work he's done for us, especially me as a hooker. He was a hooker back in his day. It's been awesome around the scrum, the line out, and just around the park. His detail's been amazing, and I mean it's rubbed off on the boys pretty well.
You spoke about how everyone's really evolved under this new coaching staff. Where do you feel your game's taken a new level, and what sort of heights are you still searching for here?
I mean, everyone in Australian rugby is probably striving towards that starting jersey for the Wallabies. I mean, I'm no different. The coaches, they've brought in another layer of detail, which definitely helps. But nothing happens without me performing or training well. So that's my focus going forward.
It looks like most of the squad from this year is re-signed for next year as well. Geordie seems to be the last piece. In the last few days, he's been connected to everything from NRL to NFL to rugby as well. Anyone been in his ear about staying here at Bellamore and getting something going?
Oh, mate, he's a great mate of mine. I love him to hang around, but I mean, I'm honestly not sure what he's doing. That's his decision.
Bit more about the Wallabies train-on squad, have you had a chance, I know you only just spoke with Lord now and met him, but have you had a further discussion with Joe or with any of the Wallabies staff about your future in a gold jersey or what that might look like or what you're working towards this year?
No, not yet. It's been very much sort of just a part of the extended training squad, and then, yeah, I think they make an announcement later in the week, and yeah, see how we go. Just letting it all play out.
Must be feeling a bit better though, given the fact that past few seasons injury hasn't been your best friend, but getting 15 games together must be a feather in your cap for this year. Must be feeling better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, start of the year, big goal of mine was to look after my body as well as obviously perform well. I think obviously I'm still standing here now, so my body held up pretty nicely and it's put me in good stead to play plenty of footy for the rest of the year.
Being this close to a Wallaby call-up with your dad also having worn the jersey before, has he been a particular sounding board for you the further up the ranks you've gone?
Not sure about further up the ranks, but definitely as a kid and for my development, he's never been one to sort of push Bella or I into rugby. He's always sort of let us do what we want to do, and I mean naturally I went to Gregory Terrace, which is a big rugby breeding ground, so played rugby through there, and then yeah, it's all sort of happened from there. Not so much dad pushing me in or giving me too much advice, but yeah.
You hear a lot from, I guess, brothers who have made it all the way, how it can be a bit of lunatics growing up in the backyard. The brother-sister dynamic, is that any different, or was it same old competing for everything?
Yeah, competing for everything. Bella, she's always been a pretty fiery. She was a fiery little girl when she was younger in the front yard. She was doing low chops with my little brother, and he's a maniac. So yeah, it's always been a pretty competitive family environment, especially in the touch footy on the front yard. So yeah, she's doing really well.
Just in terms of just back to the injuries, but being able to get through this season, playing every game pretty much injury free, like what does that do for your mindset, I guess, going forward, in terms of like just having that confidence? Yeah,
well, it builds immense confidence for me. Obviously, didn't play too much footy last year. And goal was to look after my body leading into the start of this year, and yeah, to string some games together against some quality oppositions, yeah, builds huge confidence for me.
When you are sort of constantly going through injuries, there's been quite a few lads here who have been in similar situations. Liam only played about 40 games in 4 years. Geordie's had his share. Isaac Henry now as well. Like, having guys who have gone through that rehab process so consistently, was that a benefit for you in any way, being able to lean on people like that? Yeah, for sure. We've got awesome rehab staff here that sort of nurture you through, not only injury-wise, but they look after you as a person. They've got genuine care as a part of our mantra here at the Reds. So, when you've got players, coaches, rehab staff, everyone's sort of looking out for you on and off the park. So yeah, that's been great. Good. Good days.
Go on, Belt.
Beautiful.